Hello, everybody. I'm Nancy Shah, and I'm here today for this another live session on this YouTube channel. And I'm so happy to be here. Thank you so much for being here on time. Let me introduce myself. I am Nancy Shah. I'm a trainer, public speaker, anchor, voiceover artist, and founder of Speaker Circle. We started this initiative to help people develop their public speaking skills, get connected with like minded people, and of course, learn and grow together. Well, we have already conducted many such live sessions here, but today's live is going to be different because this is going to be a public speaking Q&A. If you have got any questions regarding public speaking, or if you want to know more about it, or if you have any queries, you can type your questions, queries in the comment section, in the chat section. We'll surely try to check it out, and we'll try to figure out the ways to which we can do it better. Before we move ahead, I just want to explain that, see, I am also a learner and have learned this art gradually, and still there is a lot more to explore and learn. But then I'll surely try to do justice to the topic and give you whatever I have or whatever I know. So if you are watching us right now, say hi, hello, or type your name in the chat section. Today it is not going to be a one-way session. Okay, you have all the rights to ask questions, and anything that you have regarding public speaking in your mind, you can just post it down there in your chat section, and we'll surely like to answer that. With this, you can also be part of Speaker Circle. It's basically a platform to develop public speaking skills. We have our visitors WhatsApp group. If you are there already, great. If you are not part of visitors group, you can just fill up a Google form. You'll find the link of the form in the description, and we'll surely like to have you there. The membership to Speaker Circle is different, but then you can be part of visitors group for free, where you will get updates regarding all of our activities, meetings, and stuff like that. And if you have any questions or queries, you can connect with us freely. At the same time, and in a visitors group, there are so many things that we conduct, and there are so many sessions that we conduct which are completely for free, and you will get first hand updates from us, and you would be able to be part of it. I can see a few people here. Hello Asha, hi Alicia, hello Nishi, thank you so much for joining. There are a few more people here, I can see them here. Thank you so much for everybody for being here on time. And yes, feel free to post out your questions regarding public speaking, whatever you feel like. This is going to be an open Q&A question answer session, wherein we would like to answer your questions. If you have any questions, queries, if you're facing any challenges, difficulties, feel free to post it out there, and we'll surely try to respond it in whatever manner I can. With this, I just want to brief you about little about this YouTube channel. So we go live every Thursday evening around this time, where we conduct different activities like storytelling, movie review, book review, poetry recitation, knowledge sharing session, and much more. So check out this space every Thursday evening, 6 p.m. or now onwards from next week, we are going to make it 7:30 p.m. so that most of you can join easily. And yes, that is the way we both can keep connected with each other and learn together. I'm waiting and looking forward for your questions. If you have anything, please share it out in a chat box, and would surely try to answer that. I can see a few more people here. Hello Amit, hello, okay, Dishank, thank you so much for being here. Well, why we are conducting this Q&A? So that, so many times, of course, we are creating public speaking tips videos, and you would have seen a couple of videos on this YouTube channel already. But then connecting with people directly and answering their queries directly is something that we feel like is in need of an hour. So in this particular session, we are going to have a question answer round on public speaking. If you have anything in mind, if you have any challenges or queries or any questions, you can feel free to type in the chat box, and we'll surely try to answer the same. Before I go ahead and answer your question, let me share how my public speaking journey started. So when I was in school, I used to watch people who used to go on stage every day, After the assembly, one person's name is announced, and he goes on stage and shares the news of the day, and one girl would come up and share the quote of the day. I used to see them every day, like watch them every day, and I used to fascinate about being there on stage, like स्टेज पे जाओ, कुछ भी बोलो 2 मिनट के लिए, और फिर लोग आपके लिए तालियां बजाएंगे. आई वॉज नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन पब्लिक स्पीकिंग, बट आई वॉज इंटरेस्टेड इन गेटिंग दोज क्लैप्स, एंड दैट मोटिवेटेड मी टू ट्राई इट आउट वंस. तो आई वेंट टू माई क्लास टीचर, एंड मैंने उनको बोला कि मुझे एक बार स्टेज पे जाना है, एंड शी वॉज लाइक ओके, But then, do you think you would be able to manage that? I said, I'll give it a try. My mother helped me out. She wrote a couple of lines. I mugged it up, crammed it like anything. And then the finally day arrived when I was supposed to go on stage. So when I reached to the school, I in fact reached early than my normal routine, and I was completely ready to go on the stage. And from that day, my journey of public speaking started. I want to improve my communication skills and a lot to be more expressive. How can you improve your communication skills? How can you be more expressive? We all have so many thoughts and ideas. I want to do this, I want to do that, I have this thought, that thing, this thing. So many thoughts are there. We want to share those thoughts with people. We want to actually interact with people. We want to share our ideas with others, and we get the opportunity many times, like during the meetings, during the discussion with co-workers or colleagues, or during your family when you have some discussion on some topic, or with your friends when you have a discussion on some topic. Most of us would be able to present our ideas well many a times, and sometimes we struggle doing that. Probably, what are the reasons? What can be the reasons why we face difficulty into this field? First, we are not sure how people would feel about what we are going to share. Now, this is the most common thought that everybody has. No, लोगों को कैसा लगेगा, मैं ये बोलूंगी तो वो सही रहेगा कि नहीं. सी इसका कोई पैरामीटर नहीं है, इसका कोई लिमिट नहीं है. आप कितना भी अच्छा सोच लो कि कुछ भी टॉपिक के बारे में बोल रहे हो, कुछ भी सिनारियो में जा रहे हो, कि नेवर प्रिडिक्ट हाउ पीपल वुड फील लाइक आफ्टर लिसनिंग टू इट. सो यू हैव टू गो अहेड विथ वॉट एवर यू हैव. It might be right, it might be wrong, people might like it, people might not like it, but you have to move ahead with what actually you feel like sharing. You cannot wait for others' approval. You cannot really wait that, whether I should get chance or not. If somebody asks me, then only I'll speak. That way it is not going to work. You have to take up an initiative, start sharing your thoughts and be more expressive. How do you become expressive? मतलब कोई मेडिसिन आता है क्या कि ये डोज 3 महीने रेगुलरली रात को सोने से पहले दूध के साथ लेने से आप ज्यादा एक्सप्रेसिव हो जाते हो? ऐसा कुछ है क्या? It is nothing like that. It's always there in your head. Everything is here. So if you believe that you have a right thought and you want to share, nobody can stop you. And if you do not believe that you have something right to share and you don't want to do it, nobody can make you do it. So there are no medications for the same. There is no rule for the same. There is no boundary for the same. It's just that whether you want to do it or not. So give it a try. Give it a try. Okay, that's what I would say. That do it once. Like आप कहीं पे meeting में हो, discussion चल रहा है, you have a thought in your mind. Try to get involved. Try to share your thoughts. Try to pitch in somewhere in between. अगर बहुत strong opinion नहीं है आपका, या अगर पूरा sure नहीं हो, then join somebody else. Like yes, my friend, I completely agree with you. What you are saying is correct. I also believe the same. Join in. Be participative. Take part into conversations and discussions. This way you will open up little more, and this way you will be able to do things in a better manner. So, who asked this question? Dishang. Hi Dishank, I hope you got your answer. So just trying to tell you that remove all the fears, all the negative points, all the questions or queries or doubts that you have about yourself or your thought that you're going to share. कि लोगों को अच्छा लगेगा कि नहीं, मैं ठीक से बोल पाऊंगा कि नहीं, ये वो फलाना ढिकना. Leave it. Just be yourself and share your thoughts. Let people think whatever they want to think. See, that is not in your control, okay? I cannot control what you are thinking about me right now. What is in my control? What I'm speaking right now is in my control. I am not able to control what you're thinking. So no matter what you do, people are going to think something, because that's a normal human behavior, and that's okay. You need to focus on what you are saying. So, okay, always be prepared if you are going to attend some important meeting, if you are going to be part of some important discussion. Take your notes along with you and then share your thoughts. I think you'll be able to do it in a better manner. So, Dishank, I hope I've answered your question. Guys, this is an open Q&A. It is an open question answer session on public speaking. If you've got any questions regarding what to do and how to do, and if you're facing any challenges or any queries, feel free to type them out in the chat section. And there's a live chat going on there. And I will surely try to answer your questions in a best manner possible, or whatever knowledge I have. Again, let's move ahead. I have another question. Madam, can you suggest the best book on public speaking? Well, you can pick up any book of Dale Carnegie. Okay, let me flesh out the question here. Nitin Jani. Nitin Jani is asking this question like, can you suggest any book on public speaking? I think Dale Carnegie is a modern guru of public speaking. He has written various good books on public speaking, some of them having like 100 pages also, and some of them having 500 pages also. There are different versions of it, and there are so many good activities, exercises, and personal practicing points that he suggests in his book. You can refer to that. Another book that I would suggest is written by my mentor. I really follow her in many ways, and her name is Mrs. Dipti Amit Shah. Her book is there on Amazon as well, and she has compiled the literature in the field of public speaking really well. Has referred to many things. Like I think have that book with me right now as well. Let me check. I think I should be having that. So if I get it, I'll show you the cover page as well. I think I'll have it really handy. Yeah, it is here because that's there really near to my desk. So this is the book that I would suggest. I am a student of Dipti Shah, and I would really suggest you to go for this book because it has many things, many aspects regarding public speaking. So this book is divided into, I think, how many chapters? There are five different sections, six, okay, five, four different sections, and which has everything like starting from how to overcome your stage fear to how to open your talk, or how you can make your speech creative or different, or what are the different elements or aspects of public speaking. She has also compiled some of the best speeches and talks, most famous talks and speeches, also some exemplary speeches as well, and also suggested different ways. It also comes along with some of the photographs regarding body language, like what can be the posture and gesture and a lot of other things. So if you search effective public speaking by Dipti Shah on Amazon, you'll find this book. She's my mentor, and I've read this many a times and has got a lot of benefits through this, so would recommend that. Otherwise, you can pick up any book of Dale Carnegie. He is one of the best person when it comes to public speaking. So yeah, this is the book that I would like to suggest you. Okay, please pronounce the name once again. Dale Carnegie. Dale Carnegie, Effective Public Speaking, and second one, Effective Public Speaking by Dipti Shah. Both of the books, I think you'll be able to find it on Amazon. Okay, what else? Guys, do you want to ask me anything? Do you have any questions, queries, want to share anything? Feel free to type it out there in the chat box. We'll surely try to answer that. Okay, how many of you have ever experienced stage fear? Yes, no, maybe. You can type in the chat box and share your thoughts. Have you ever experienced stage fear? If you have ever been on stage, I think you would have experienced stage fear. What happens to you when you go on stage? And how we can gradually improve upon that, okay? So Asha ji says, yes, I have experienced stage fear. Okay, Amit says, yes, I have experienced stage fear. I think we all have experienced stage fear, and I also did. So, as I was sharing, let me continue with the same story. So, when I went on the stage for the first, okay, I have experienced it during my school days. Yes, Nitin, I can understand and relate with it. क्या होता है जब स्टेज पे जाते हो? स्टमक एक हैपेंस, पेट में गड़बड़ जैसा लगता है, समथिंग इज हैपनिंग. Okay, Amit is saying blank, seeing the crowd. Like I go blank when I see a lot of people in the audience. Okay, Dishank is saying I have also experienced stage fear. I understand. I have also experienced the same many times. So as I said, I wanted to go on stage for the first time, and I got a permission from my class teacher, and finally decided that I'll speak on the stage today. I was in first standard. I went to the school, ironed uniform and polished shoes and new ribbons. I was all set because today my dream was about to come true. I was ready with everything. Assembly started. Generally, I used to sit in the front row in the assembly. But on that day, I sat last. You know why? You get more time to walk through the line and, look at your friends and bombard upon them. Okay, yeah, I'm going there. That was my main agenda why I wanted to be there. So just प्रेयर खत्म हुआ और उसके बाद एक अनाउंसमेंट हुआ that now we have somebody from standard 1, her name is Nancy, and she would come over here and share the quote of the day. And my heartbeat started racing. I was walking through the line, looking here and there. Okay, everybody's watching me. I reached near the stage, and there were 3 steps to climb the stage. Okay, when I took my first step, I started shivering. When I took the second step, I was sweating like anything. When I took my third step, my heartbeats were racing like anything. And when I turned my face towards the audience, like there were 1,000 students with their 2,000 eyes staring at me, and I forgot my lines. I had no idea why was I there, what was I supposed to do, and why do I exist at all, and what is the purpose of being here. I was totally blank for some time, hardly 30 seconds or 1 minute maximum, but then that 1 minute was the longest 1 minute of my life. And then uh, the principal came nearby to adjust the mic, and somebody helped me in getting settled, and they saw me and I was like completely blank. And my principal told me, Nancy, jo aata hai bol do. And I was like, mujhe kuch yaad nahi hai, what should I say, what should I do? So then I just folded my hands and closed my eyes, and I just spoke whatever I could. मुझे अभी भी याद नहीं है कि मैं उस दिन क्या बोली, but I spoke something. Once I could hear the loud noise of claps in my ears, I could dare to open my eyes. And when I opened my eyes, everything was so goody goody. Well, it was like La La Land. Everybody started clapping for me. Everybody was smiling. Everybody was cheering up. And I also started smiling. Okay, yeah, ho gaya. It is done. But then within my heart, I was really afraid because my heartbeats were still racing and I had no idea why it was happening like that. Everybody appreciated and congratulated me, but in my mind, I decided never again. I am not going to do this again ever. But then I continued. Why? Because imagine क्लास में एक स्टूडेंट है जो सामने से आके बोल रहा है कि हाँ, I'm really good at this and I'm confident and I can do it well. Because I cannot go to my friends and tell them that see यार डर तो मुझे भी लगता है पर मैंने फिर भी किया. I cannot say that. So what I told to my friends and family members, like it was so easy, not a big deal. I did not speak about my fear. I hid it. मैंने छुपाया उस चीज को, and because I tried hiding it, I could not say no to such requests on such occasions anytime. हर बार जब मुझे अपॉर्चुनिटी दिया जाता था, अभी क्लास में अगर कोई रिक्वायरमेंट होगा तो किसको बुलाया जाएगा, जो ऑलरेडी बोल रहा है ना झंडे गाड़ गाड़ के कि हाँ मुझे ये आता है और मैं ये कर सकती हूँ. So I was selected every time. I always wanted to say no, that मुझे भी डर लगता है, मुझे ये चीज़ नहीं करनी है. But then because I could not say no, I did it again and again. During my school, I think from first standard से लेके fifth standard तक, sixth standard तक मुझे compulsory अपने आप को push करके वो चीज़ करनी पड़ी. And at one point, then I started enjoying it. So if you are afraid of public speaking, if you are afraid of being on stage, or if you are somebody whose heartbeats are racing or who has butterflies in stomach, it's okay. It's normal. I also had the same, and I still have it sometimes when I'm hosting something really important. So stage fear is the most common phobia, and it's okay if you're having that fear. So that's completely fine. You're normal as anybody else. It's just that you need to learn to hide your fear. It should not come on your face. I might be afraid right now, but it should not come on my face. I'll just keep smiling. Okay, Nancy, just it has just started. Don't worry. People will be there, and they'll ask good questions, and you'll be able to answer it. It's okay. It's an open Q&A, Nancy. Everybody can ask anything. I might be afraid of it, but then it should not come on my face, and I should keep smiling and try answering and doing things that, in whatever manner I can. Then people will never get it. Because half of the fear is only in your head, and if you put it aside, you'll be able to go ahead with it. So do not worry if you're having fear. It's okay, it's normal, it's fine. If you have any questions regarding public speaking, right away you can type it in the chat box and we'll surely try to answer them. Okay. Okay, then in your school days. So Nitin says, please give your view how to avoid mother tongue accent while speaking English. That's a really good question. If you observe me, I also have a little influence of my mother tongue. I'm basically Gujarati. I've worked upon my English language, but still there is a hint. If you listen to me for longer hours, you'll be also able to probably figure out that I'm not a native speaker. Naturally, that is very clear. Now I see there are two things, okay? Speaking English correctly in terms of pronunciation is a different thing, and speaking English in other accent is a different thing. Why do you want to adopt any alien accent? It's okay if you have a mother tongue influence in your language. That is not a crime. That's completely fine. Like I have a mother tongue influence, but till the time I'm speaking it correctly, if I'm pronunciating the words correctly or I'm using the grammar correctly, it's okay. You can work upon your language and you can always improvise. Like there is always a scope of improvement in my language also. That's what I feel. But then it's okay if I'm having a little influence of my mother tongue. That's okay till the time people are able to understand, till the time I'm using it. Okay, एक और चीज यहाँ पे बताती हूँ. Do observe accents like UK accent is completely different in comparison of US. US का जो accent है वो बहुत different है UK वालों से. पर जब US और UK का person साथ में बात करते हैं ना, तो they are able to understand everything. किसी को कोई दिक्कत नहीं होती है, पर जब वो किसी इंडियन से बात करते हैं तो उनको दिक्कत होती है. क्यों? What is the problem? It's not about mother tongue influence. They also have their specific accent. कभी यूके वाला यू से ओके कभी यूके वाला यूएस वाले के जैसे बात नहीं करेगा, कभी यूएस वाला यूके वाले जैसे बात नहीं करेगा. They will speak their English in their own way. Still, they are able to understand everything because they are pronunciating it correctly. The syllable stress is correct in their language when they speak. Now, when you say photography, that is wrong. It is photography. So, when you say photography, people would be able to understand whether it is US or UK. So, learn pronunciations, learn correct grammar. That is more important than learning a different accent. You are not supposed to learn any alien accent to just, create a better impression or create an impression. If you are working with clients who are residing overseas, when you have clients offshore and when you have teams who are working offshore and you have to interact with them, it's always advisable to learn it a little and give your language a touch of their accent to get connected with them in a better manner, and that will naturally happen if you interact with them on regular basis. आपको उसके लिए अलग से effort भी नहीं करना पड़ेगा. But then if that is not the case, it's not mandatory. You're good as you are, and there is no wrong if you have a mother tongue influence in your English language when you speak it. I also have the same. It's just that you need to learn to speak it correctly. Pronunciation सही करो, grammar सही से use करो, you will be through. And always remember, the UK and US accent is completely different, but they follow their own way of talking and still they are able to understand each other because they're speaking it correctly. So focus on your grammar and pronunciation rather than the accent. I hope I've answered your question, Nitin. If you have got any questions, feel free to share it in the chat box. We'll surely try to answer it in a suitable manner. Okay, stammering and forgetting the new lines in the speech. Can hardly utter a word and start stammering when I get on stage. See, this all are the symptoms of fear. When you are really afraid of something, you lose the control over your mind. Okay, you're not able to control your thoughts, you're not able to control your behavior, and because of that you might make some mistakes here and there. So only thing that, or the first and foremost thing that you need to focus on is to accept that it's okay to be nervous. It's okay if I'm having goosebumps. It's okay if I'm having butterflies in my stomach. It's okay if I make some mistakes here and there. At least I'm trying. So if you just give up because of the symptoms, you will never able to grow. But then if you focus on the symptoms, work upon it gradually and improvise gradually, I think you'll be able to do that. So it's fine. Accept your nervousness. Accept whatever you're feeling. But then still do it again and again. Do not give up. Continue with that, and surely, gradually, you'll find your way. Okay, I have got another question. Really appreciate your suggestions, but I have a question that how to overcome such fear while facing an interview. Okay, what is the purpose of an interview? The purpose of an interview is to get to know more about you. Okay, interview matlab inner view. The interviewer wants to know more about you, and that's why they are conducting interview. Now when you are afraid, when you are not in a right state of mind, you won't be able to present yourself confidently, and that is not going to create a right impression that you want. So if you are afraid in an interview, what should you do? First, always prepare yourself in advance. Research about the company, know the probable interview questions, know about the job role and responsibility, identify the time and venue in advance and reach there 30 minutes early so that you can get comfortable with that mahal. Always check like what generally this institutes or this company ask. Like when you are going for an interview, always see to it that you are prepared with everything. See, there are few questions in the interview which you can नॉट प्रिडिक्ट एट ऑल, जो कभी आप प्रिडिक्ट नहीं कर पाओगे कि क्या पूछने वाला है. दैट विल कम आउट ऑफ द ब्लू एंड यू हैव नो चॉइस बट टू जस्ट रिस्पॉन्ड टू इट ऑन द स्पॉट वेन एवर इट कम्स. ओके, वो आपके कंट्रोल में ही नहीं है. But there are many questions in the interview which are in your control and which are sure कि ये तो पूछेंगे. जैसे कि tell me something about yourself. This is the most common question asked in any interview. So you know from home, आप घर से ही जानते हो कि ये सवाल तो पूछने ही वाले हैं. तो इसको तो प्रिपेयर करके जाओ. जितना आप प्रिपेयर कर सकते हो उतनी प्रिपरेशन करके जाओगे तो यू विल बी लेस नर्वस. फिर भी थोड़ा बहुत नर्वस तो होगा ही. एंड आई थिंक थोड़ा नर्वसनेस रिक्वायर्ड है, बिकॉज अगर आप बिल्कुल नर्वस नहीं हो दैट मीन्स यू आर ओवर कॉन्फिडेंट. मैं भी थोड़ा नर्वस हुआ भी कि अच्छा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन क्या होगा, और वो नर्वसनेस होना चाहिए, बिकॉज अगर वो नहीं है ना तो आई विल बी लाइक ओके आई एम द बेस्ट एंड यू नो नोबडी कैन बीट मी ऑन एनीथिंग एंड एवरीथिंग एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट, and it is not going to take me anywhere. So little nervousness will help you prepare. और फिर भी अगर थोड़ा nervousness है, it's okay, take a sip of water and then answer your question. If you don't understand any question, you can always ask them to repeat the question. So according to me, there are few questions in the interview which you cannot prepare and you have to deal with them on the spot. But there are many questions in the interview that you can prepare, and if you prepare well, you'll be able to reduce your nervousness. और कितना भी मेहनत कर दो, थोड़ा बहुत nervousness तो रहेगा और उसको as it is रहने दो. That's okay, that is part of life, but that should not stop you. You should be able to present yourself with that nervousness in a suitable manner. I hope I have answered your question, Asha. So it's fine, it's okay. But then, okay, one more thing that I would like to add here. The interview should not get to know about it. So I have conducted many interviews. और लोग क्या करते हैं पता है? इंटरव्यू के वक्त बैठे बैठे ये सब चलता है. They'll start playing with the hair, or they'll start playing with the ring, or they'll do this, or if that is a revolving chair, they'll move like this here and there. और या फिर बहुत बेंड होके बैठेंगे या फिर unnecessary body movement. How the other person gets to know about your nervousness? Through your body language. सही में मान लो मैं अभी बहुत नर्वस हूं, पर अगर मैं अपने आप को कंट्रोल करूं, अपने बॉडी लैंग्वेज को कंट्रोल करूं और ऐसा पोस्चर, ऐसा जेस्चर, ऐसे फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन या आई कांटेक्ट मेंटेन करूं कि सामने वाले को पता ही ना चले कि भाई मैं नर्वस हूं, तो कोई दिक्कत नहीं. बट जब मैं ये नहीं कर पाती तो सामने वाले को दिखता है. सामने वाले पर्सन को कैसे पता चलता है कि मैं नर्वस हूं? बाय लुकिंग एट मी. और मान लो मेरे हाथ से चीजें गिर रही है, मैं चीजों के साथ खेल रही हूँ, अगर मेरे हाथ में पेन है तो आई एम डूइंग समथिंग लाइक दिस. वाइल आपने देखा होगा लोगों को अननोइंगली ये चलता रहता है, वो टिक 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 ये चलता रहता है, यू नो. तो ऐसी चीजों से पता चलता है कि यू आर नर्वस. अगर if you just control your unnecessary body movements, nobody will get to know that you are nervous. So identify, observe yourself, do a mock interview at home. इफ यू हैव एनी फैमिली मेंबर एट होम, उसको बोलो कि आपका मॉक इंटरव्यू ले, और किसी को बोलो कि इसका वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग करे. इट आई वुड ऑलवेज सजेस्ट यू टू कंडक्ट अ मॉक इंटरव्यू एंड डू अ वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग फॉर योरसेल्फ, बिकॉज थ्रू दैट यू विल बी एबल टू ऑब्जर्व योरसेल्फ कि आप कौन से अननेसेसरी बॉडी मूवमेंट्स कर रहे हो, कौन से अननेसेसरी पॉजेस ले रहे हो, कौन से क्वेश्चन आप बहुत लंबा लंबा एक्सप्लेन कर रहे हो, कौन सी चीजें आप इसको बेटर कर सकते हो. सो वंस यू हैव द रिकॉर्डिंग, गो थ्रू इट एंड थ्रू दैट यू विल बी एबल टू इम्प्रोवाइज. So be it interview or anything, if you are really looking forward to present yourself confidently, do the video recording of yourself. आप अपना एक वीडियो रिकॉर्डिंग करो, that is surely going to help you. What else? I hope Asha I have answered your question. Do you have any other question regarding public speaking, regarding being on stage? You can type it here and we'll surely try to answer this. Or if you're just here right now, give me a thumbs up if you're with me, and if you are here listening to me right now, and we'll surely have a good time together. When it comes to speaking, preparation is the key. Okay, thank you for sharing your views. Thanks, Nitin. When it comes to speaking, you should always write your drafts. I really focus on this because, see, confidence comes through preparation, okay? If I'm not prepared, that will come on my face automatically. So if I'm prepared, it will also come on my face automatically. Be prepared. Ensure that you know what you're going to do. चलो अपनी लाइफ के 2 इंसिडेंसेस याद करो, ठीक है? एक इंसिडेंट की जिसमें आप बहुत ही कॉन्फिडेंटली बोल पाए या कुछ प्रेजेंट कर पाए, वो फिर आपका असाइनमेंट था, वाइवा था, कोई सबमिशन था, कोई एग्जाम था, कोई इंटरव्यू था, कोई इवेंट था, कोई कॉम्पिटिशन था, एनीथिंग. ओके, कि जहाँ पे आप बहुत अच्छे से बोल पाए, यू कुड रियली प्रेजेंट योर सेल्फ वेल, एवरीबडी अप्रिशिएटेड योर एफर्ट एंड यू रियली एंजॉयड एंड लाइक्ड इट. If that has happened, that is one incident. Identify another incident of your life कि जहाँ पे चीजें ठीक से नहीं हुई, आप अच्छे से बोल नहीं पाए, अच्छे से प्रेजेंट नहीं कर पाए, लोगों को भी पता चल गया कि आपने सही से नहीं किया है, और आपको क्रिटिकल फीडबैक भी मिला और सजेशन भी काफी सारे मिले, और आपको भी लगा कि वो सारी चीजें सही थी यार, मैं अच्छे से नहीं कर पाई. ये दोनों इंसिडेंट हुए होंगे लाइफ में. What is the difference between both of them? In one you were confident, in other you were not. In one you could perform well, in other you could not. In one you were prepared, in other you were not. Preparation makes the difference. If you do something for 5 times, 10 times, 100 times, it is going to add on skills into you. Okay, it is going to benefit you. You have to ensure that you prepare well. अभी कितना प्रिपेयर करें तो बेहतर रहेगा, वो आपके ऊपर है. That is completely your choice. Okay, we have one more question from Asha. While giving a speech, I unknowingly hurry to complete my speech, and because of that, I'm not able to meet the minimum timings. So how to overcome that? So दिक्कत क्या होती है पता है, मैं जल्दी से मैं आई फटाफट से स्पीच खत्म कर दूं और जाके बैठ जाऊं अपनी जगह पे, ज्यादा देर रुकना ही नहीं है इधर. That is something what I am feeling right now. I really want to run away from here, but then because I have given a commitment, I am here to talk. Now जब ये होता है ना, पहले तो इतना डर निकाल दो यार, जो भी होगा ठीक है, लोगों को जो सोचना है सोचेगा, मुझे मैं जैसा भी परफॉर्म करूँ इट इज फाइन, बट ट्राइंग एंड परफॉर्मिंग is more important. So I'll not focus much on what people would say or think, but I'll focus on my performance. That is point number 1. And second, it's okay if you're making some mistakes. It's okay if you're missing on few things. That's fine. You do not need to rush. And always time out your speeches in advance. अपनी speeches को advance में prepare कीजिए, time up कीजिए. और अगर आपको लग रहा है ना कि आप टाइमिंग्स के साथ नहीं मैच हो पा रहे हो, एड ऑन सम कंटेंट. अभी ना किसी का नेचुरल पेस फास्ट होता है, जैसे आई एम अ फास्ट पेस स्पीकर. मैं अगर आपके कंपैरिजन में, मैं किसी के कंपैरिजन में ज्यादा वर्ड्स बोलती हूँ एक सिंगल मिनट में. माई रेट ऑफ स्पीच इज हाई. If your rate of speech is high or it becomes high while you are speaking, include more points and content. और अपने आप के लिए सिग्नल रखो. जैसे स्पीकर सर्कल पे अगर आप कोई स्पीच दे रहे हो तो आपको ग्रीन रेड कार्ड्स दिखते हैं ना, तो आपके दिमाग में फिट करके रखो कि ग्रीन कार्ड दिखे तब मैं अप्रोक्सीमेटली यहाँ पे होनी चाहिए. अभी आपको पता चला कि आप तो आगे निकल गए हो ग्रीन कार्ड के टाइम पे, और आप तो काफी आगे हो और आप मिनिमम टाइम कंप्लीट नहीं कर पाओगे, या फिर आपका स्पीच खत्म होने आया और अभी तक ग्रीन कार्ड दिखा ही नहीं है. Always have fillers. Fillers मतलब जो आप चीजें ऑन द स्पॉट अपनी स्पीच में ऐड कर सकते हो, जो आपने प्लान नहीं किया था। जैसे आशा जी आपने किया था थैंकिंग मी इन फ्रंट ऑफ एवरीबडी, वो प्लान नहीं था, बट बिकॉज आपके पास टाइम था एंड यू कुड डू इट, यू एडेड ऑन। सो ऐसे एक आध दो सेंटेंसेस, एक आध कोट या फिर एक आध फिलर रखो कि जो आप चाहने पे ऐड कर सको to match with the minimum time requirement. सेकेंड थिंग, यहाँ पे चलो स्पीकर सर्कल पे वी आर लर्निंग, वी आर प्रिपेयरिंग, तो हमने इतना स्ट्रिक्ट टाइमिंग रखा है, बट जनरली व्हेन यू एक्चुअली गो आउट एंड स्पीक इतना स्ट्रिक्ट टाइमिंग नहीं होता है, 2 मिनट हियर और देयर चलता है। जैसे कि लाइव सेशंस जो है इसमें हम इतना स्ट्रिक्ट टाइमिंग नहीं रखते हैं, बट अगर फिजिकल मीटिंग है या ऑनलाइन मीटिंग है और वहाँ पे आपको स्पीच देना है तो वहाँ पे स्ट्रिक्ट टाइमिंग्स होते हैं, तो यू हैव टू फॉलो दैट, बट अदरवाइज इतना स्ट्रिक्ट नहीं है। सो माई सजेशन टू यू, टू थिंग्स, फर्स्ट ऑब्जर्व योर रेट ऑफ स्पीच। अगर आपको लगे कि आप बाय डिफॉल्ट स्पीच देते वक्त ज्यादा जल्दी बोल देते हो तो एक दो पॉइंट्स या एक आध कोट या एक आध लास्ट एक दो लाइन एडिशनल सोच के रखो कि अगर तब तक ग्रीन कार्ड ना दिखे ना तो मैं ये 2 लाइन ऐड कर दूंगी, बट आई विल नॉट गेट डिस्क्वालिफाइड। दिस इज व्हाट यू कैन डू। एंड सेकेंड, आप always be prepared with yourself in a manner that you match with the timings, and online generally ऐसे talk sessions जो होते हैं वो इतना strict नहीं होते हैं, तो एक आध 2 मिनट here and there चलता है, उसका इतना load नहीं लेना चाहिए. Okay, so that's what I would suggest. Okay, there is one question by Alicia. She says that I was confident during my school speeches and events because I prepared for them. But for the impromptu speeches, I mess up because I don't get enough time to prepare and hold myself together. Yes, I understand. And I can relate with it, Alicia, because impromptu सबके लिए सेम है, ठीक है? जब भी आप कोई स्पीच इम्प्रॉम्प्टू देते हो ना, यू रियली डोंट हैव कंट्रोल कि क्या करने वाले हो आप. दैट इज गोइंग टू हैपन द वे इट कम्स. इट इज रियली अ नेचुरल थिंग. आपके दिमाग में जो थॉट आया वो सीधा बाहर निकल के आ जाएगा. पर फिर भी इम्प्रॉम्प्टू करते रहना जरूरी है, क्योंकि दैट विल हेल्प यू डेवलप योर स्पॉन्टेनिटी, क्रिएटिविटी. यू कम आउट ऑफ योर कंफर्ट जोन, यू विल ट्राई डिफरेंट टॉपिक्स विच यू हैव नेवर थॉट ऑफ, एंड gradually you'll be able to improve. So आज आप मुझे कोई टॉपिक दो ना कि नैंसी इस पे इम्प्रॉम्प्टू स्पीच देना है and it is an on the spot speech, हो सकता है मैं भी फंबल हो जाऊं. There is no guarantee to it. Okay, if it is something which is related to my interest, I'll be able to manage it. If it is not something which is related to my interest, it would be difficult for me to adjust with it and do an impromptu properly. So it's completely fine if you're not able to do it in the best manner possible. Try to justify whatever you could. Okay, try to do it in whatever manner you can, and accept कि impromptu हर किसी के लिए सेम है, आप अकेले नहीं हो. कोई भी, मैं 10 impromptu अच्छे दे दूं ना तो भी इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि 11th अच्छा ही होगा, because it completely depends on a topic. So it's fine if you're getting fumbled there, थोड़ा इधर उधर होता है, it's okay. Keep trying, keep doing it, and gradually you'll be able to have a grip at it. Practice is the only key when it comes to public speaking. It is not like, see, मेरे पास कोई इंजेक्शन नहीं है कि आज मैंने आपको इंजेक्शन दिया ना तो कल से आप बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट हो जाओगे, आप सारे इम्प्रॉम्प्टू में अच्छे से परफॉर्म करोगे, आपके प्रिपेयर्ड स्पीचेस बहुत अमेजिंग होंगे. ऐसे कोई इंजेक्शन या मेडिकेशंस या कुछ भी मिलता नहीं है, आता नहीं है. तो क्या है, प्रैक्टिस. when you do something again and again, gradually you learn it. So keep doing it even if you are afraid of it, or even if you are not able to do it in the best manner possible. Okay, Dishank has asked this question: how to influence listeners while speaking online calls and meetings? कहीं पे भी, ये नहीं, कहीं पे भी. How to involve or influence listeners? So first you should have, you should be aware of your purpose. आपका अपने purpose के regarding clarity होना चाहिए. Why are you talking? What is something that you want your audience to feel? How you can influence them? By involving them in your purpose. So we started Speaker Circle to help people develop public speaking skills, get connected with like-minded people, and learn together. This is the purpose of this initiative, and when I share this purpose, people would be able to relate with it, get involved with it, and probably contribute gradually. Speaker Circle is जो भी है आज, it is because of its members, because they made it what it is today. So when you involve people in your vision, when you involve people in your dream, when you involve people in your purpose, you'll be able to influence them. Talk clearly, confidently, and Involve them. Acha, how to involve the audience? By asking about their thoughts, their opinions, their questions, their queries. When you give priority to them, they'll get involved automatically. And when they are involved, you'll be able to, influence them gradually. So identify the purpose of your talk. What is something that you want to share? What is the vision that you have? And communicate that vision. Get them involved in your dream, in your vision, and they will help you. Most of the people are good enough to help you, and they would, for sure, if you have a right approach, to share your vision with them. Okay, I hope I answered your question. Should I focus on my content or delivery of the speech? I think first, okay, this is a really good question. Should I focus more on my content or delivery of the speech? I think it's 60-40. 50-50 नहीं बोलूँगी because content is the king. Okay, content is the most important thing. Why somebody would pay attention, why they would listen to you. मान लो अभी मैं यहाँ पे आपसे भी ये बात कर रही हूँ और मैं कुछ ऐसी चीजें बात करूँ जो आपके लिए जरूरी नहीं है, रिक्वायर्ड नहीं है, ऑन द टॉपिक नहीं है, या फिर जो आपको ऑलरेडी पता है, मैं कितना भी अच्छे से बोल रही हूँ, you would not like it because that is not serving your purpose. So your content is the first and foremost focus into anything. So that should always come first. Secondly, then your delivery, your body language, voice modulation, audience involvement, engagement, वो सब बाद में आता है. पहले what are you going to speak? And that's why we have a simple rule at Speakers Circle that if you want to give a speech, submit your first draft at least a week before. आपको एक वीक पहले अपना ड्राफ्ट सबमिट कर देना है, तो ही आपको स्लॉट मिलता है. हेलो, उसके अलावा आपको स्लॉट नहीं मिलेगा. So ensure that you are able to connect with people. You are able to focus on your content first. और कंटेंट डिपेंड करता है कि आप किसके सामने बोल रहे हो. लेट्स से आई एम टॉकिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ डॉक्टर्स, माय कंटेंट वुड चेंज. इफ आई एम टॉकिंग इन फ्रंट ऑफ 5-year-old kids, my content would change. If I'm talking about in front of people who are living in Mumbai, I have to modify my content according to their lifestyle or thinking. Simple. So your content is the first step that you need to focus on. Then comes the delivery. अगर बात में ही दम नहीं है तो कितना भी उसको डेकोरेट करके प्रेजेंट करो, क्या मतलब है. पर अगर आपकी बात में दम है तो आप उसको लिटिल एवरेज भी प्रेजेंट करोगे ना, तो भी लोगों को पसंद आएगा. बिकॉज दे आर नॉट हियर टू see you, they are here to get something from you. So if you have good enough content, I think delivery comes second. I hope your question is answered. Okay, we have one more question. During speeches, Zena Rafiq asked this. During speeches, I usually have a lot to say, but then my pace increases. This problem remains with me also sometimes. Once we want to say something, okay, जब मैं डिसाइड करती हूँ कि मुझे एक चीज़ कहनी है, एक टॉपिक के बारे में बात करनी है, और मैं उस पर रिसर्च करके बहुत अच्छा कंटेंट लिखती हूँ, और जब आप ड्राफ्ट बनाते हो, आप अपना स्पीच लिखते हो ना, तो ग्रेजुअली यू फॉल इन लव विद दैट कंटेंट. You gradually fall in love with that speech. You gradually fall in love with your examples, your stories, your quotes. And जब निकालने की बात आती है ना कि इसमें से कुछ कट करना है, तो कुछ भी कट करने का मन नहीं करता. At the end of the day, आप सब कुछ बोलते हो, पर जल्दी जल्दी में बोलते हो और अपना इफेक्ट छूट जाता है. So of course, it's okay if you fall in love with your talk and your speech and your content, but then you need to leave few things, you need to remove few things if you really want to make it effective. Because मैं बहुत स्पीड में बोलूँ और सब कुछ कवर कर लूँ, उससे अच्छा है कि मैं थोड़ा ना बोलूँ और अच्छे से डिलीवर करूँ. दैट इज मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट. एक और चीज आप यहाँ पे कर सकते हो कि ट्राई टू से द सेम थिंग in the shorter words, in the shorter paragraphs, in the shorter sentences, in smaller size. जैसे फॉर एग्जाम्पल मैं बोल रही हूँ, हाउ वॉज माई एक्सपीरियंस ऑन द स्टेज फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. अभी इसके बारे में मैं 5 मिनट भी बोल सकती हूँ और 15 मिनट भी बोल सकती हूँ. Depending on time available, I'll be able to speak on that. Are you getting my point? So what I'm trying to tell you is, try to understand what your audience is looking for, okay? If they are here to listen to you, and if you really want to create a good impression, not just want to pass on a message but do involve them, you have to have pauses. You need to count the time of taking pauses, the time of asking questions and getting answers, the time of humor. अगर आप कोई जोक क्रैक कर रहे हो तो लोगों को हंसने का तो टाइम दो. आपने जोक क्रैक किया और आप कंटिन्यू कर दिया, आगे लोगों ने जोक पकड़ा ही नहीं, वो समझ में ही नहीं है. So you need to give time to your audience to laugh at that joke. That is included in your speech timings. So अगर बहुत सारी चीजें बोलना चाहते हो थोड़े से टाइम में तो ज्यादा दिक्कत होगी. सो इंश्योर कि थोड़ा प्रायोरिटी देके निकाल दे कि यार ये एक एग्जांपल रहने देती हूँ. आप 3-4 लाइन भी रिड्यूस करोगे ना तो आपको जल्दी में रश करके बोलना नहीं पड़ेगा. You'll be able to take pauses at a right place. You'll be able to speak in a better manner. So I hope I've answered your questions, Anna. Guys, we will be live for last 10 minutes. उससे ज़्यादा हम live continue नहीं कर पाएंगे. If you have got any question regarding public speaking, feel free to type in the chat box and we'll surely try to answer that. We have last 10 minutes in this live session and would surely try to take your questions. Yes, do we have any questions from anybody? Okay, thank you, Dishant. Thank you so much, everybody who are watching us here right now. If you have any questions, you can type it out here, and I'll surely try to respond in a suitable manner. एक और चीज हमेशा करो अपनी स्पीच डिलीवर करने के बाद, लोग आपको कोई भी फीडबैक दे या मैं भी आपको कोई भी फीडबैक दूं, आप अपने आप को एक बार रिव्यू करो. सेल्फ असेसमेंट इज द बेस्ट वे टू लर्न. ओके, एंड व्हेन यू लुक एट योर ओन स्पीच, आपको इतनी सारी चीजें दिखेगी जो शायद कोई और भी नहीं देख पाया, क्योंकि आपसे ज्यादा बेहतर क्रिटिकल रिव्यू अपने खुद के लिए और कोई नहीं कर सकता. नॉट इवन मी. Okay, so it's completely fine, but whenever you are speaking, whenever you are delivering talks or anything like that, do review yourself. Do watch the video recording on your own, aram se, note down the points, what you can work upon and what you can improvise, because that will help you learn something new gradually. So yes, video recordings would always help. So do not forget to record it and review on your own. Self-assessment, as I said, is the best way to learn. Okay, do we have any other questions or shall we wind up this session? Well, it's always pleasure coming over here on this live channel and sharing the thoughts and ideas on different topics. And today, as it was a Q&A regarding public speaking, last but not the least, I would like to say that you might get 100 reasons to not to do it, but you need only one reason why you want to do it, and that reason is enough to eliminate those 100 negative reasons. So you need one positive reasons to give it a try. You need only one reason to give it a try, and if you can give it a try, people will be there with you. Okay, you'll find your way gradually. You'll be able to figure out your options. You'll get opportunities accordingly in your career. There are many benefits of having good public speaking skills. But then you need to begin from somewhere. You cannot wait for a lifetime कि मैं 50 की हो जाऊँ ना उसके बाद speeches या talks देना शुरू करूँगी. अरे भाई तो उसके लिए और 20 साल मुझे wait करना पड़ेगा. I cannot do that. I will talk right now with whatever I have, whatever I know. हो सकता है कि down the line 20 years में कुछ और ही सोचने लगूँ और ये चीज़ शायद कुछ और ही हो जाए, and I might be at a different career path or option to altogether. You never know. So always ensure that you keep trying something new, keep learning something new. With this, I think we are done. Last 2-3 minutes. If you have any questions, I would surely like to answer them. If you have got any question, we can take one last question if anybody has that. Otherwise, we will wind up this session. I hope you have subscribed to this YouTube channel. If you have any more questions or queries, you can get in touch with us. To get in touch, you just need to fill up a Google form. You'll find the link of the form in the description. Just fill it up and I'll see you there. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll wait for next 5 seconds. If you have any questions, you can still type it out, or else I'll consider this session adjourned. So we have many people here watching us right now. I hope such Q&As help you to get your answers in a better manner. At the same time, I'm sure you would have enjoyed it. I know it was not that long, but of course, almost 30 minutes time by now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. I think we are done with the day. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, being part of this interactive session, asking your questions, sharing your thoughts. It's always pleasure connecting with you. Subscribe to this YouTube channel to get regular updates. We go live every Thursday evening. Now onwards, we'll be live at 7:30 p.m., where we will do movie review, book review, poetry recitation, knowledge sharing sessions, and much more. So if you're looking for somebody, if you're somebody who loves to speak, if you're somebody who wants to develop the skills of public speaking, if you're somebody who wants to get connected with like-minded people, I think you should be part of Speaker Circle. All you need to do is fill up a Google form. You'll find the link of the form in the description. So fill it up and we'll surely get in touch. For any further queries and questions, feel free to reach out. I'm easily approachable on LinkedIn and will surely try to answer that questions in suitable manner. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.